Good morning from Charlotte, North Carolina. It is 11 a.m. and I'm getting ready to lay back down because I feel very weird. I went to the doctor and talked to her, and she's basically, like I said, they take my blood work, everything's fine, a little bit of high B12, you know, and then what else did she do? Looked at everything and said, your vitals are pretty good. Now, what I don't understand is why I'm so tired all the time. Well, let me tell you what it's like to living with a brain injury. Unfortunately, when I was young, playing with my buddy, I was up under a wheelbarrow and he'd hit the wheelbarrow and we'd see how long we could stay under it. I don't know. Kids are weird. And it was my buddy David. I always liked David. And he hit, and I threw the wheelbarrow up. He came down hard on my head, blood everywhere. What happened that day caused major issues towards learning. I did miserable in school. I was sent to the Learning Academy in Huntersville, North Carolina. It was experimental. You know, I went to Hargrave and they had major problems. I was on 2F and I was trying hard. I was having 2Fs, struggling, trying to figure out how to do it. You see, most people, they sit down and look at a book and read it, understand it, and then what they do is I'm sorry, guys, I'm living in the city is really bad. It really is. I mean, you hear loud cars, motorcycles, and all kinds of stuff. Now, back to learning. Most people learn something relatively quickly. For me, it takes a long time, and after I do it, I forget it. I'm having a hard time remembering what I did yesterday. Now, most of you go, well, gee, you should have had something done with her on medication or something. I don't know. It's just part of my life. I do have a learning disability, and I do, you know. And it makes it tough for me because I can't really read books. I've got a bunch of books there I read, but what I do is skim through them and read the things that I want to know. So with my YouTube channel, that's what I'm trying to let you know. Now, could I have gotten a disability with a brain injury? No, no. Because you see, you have to understand when they look at it and you sit in there, your lawyer's in there, you sit in there, then they have another person and the whoever it is, the not the judge, but the guy that's over it. And what they do is they're trying to figure out, can you work? That's what they want to know. Yeah, I can work. But you see, my work history is awful because I would just jump from job to job. The reason I got a job working in an apartment complex was the girls. The truth is that the girls were unbelievable, beautiful girls. Some well under 18, and I had to push them off all the time. All the time. When I got a job working at Alexander Place, oh my, I had a good time. And, it's kind of like I said, guys. I mean, I don't know why I'm so sleepy all of a sudden, but I am. I got so tired, I went to sleep at 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, woke up about 11, laid back down for an hour, got back up about 2 o'clock. So, it's kind of like I said, guys, most people have something wrong with them. You do. You may have a heart issue, or you may have illness, or anything like that. One girl with schizophrenia. It's like I said on my channel. You have to understand is that I do have a severe learning disability, and it caused severe ADHD, attention hyperattention deficit disorder. And now I can't seem to wake up. And you see, you got to understand too, guys, that somebody that's suffering from low energy and tiredness pumps themselves up on what? Caffeine. And I see kids doing it now, drinking monster drinks, Red Bulls. Why? You see, that's what I asked doctors. I saw a damn doctor at the emergency room. I looked at Ellen's desk and he had a can of Monster there, drinking Monster. And this is all over the world, not just here in North Carolina or the United States. But guys, there's no help for me, and there's not. There's no help. I could get a lot of things with this brain injury, but it can't be proven. Now, I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog right now, and say, guys, I'm just don't know what to do. I really don't. And like I said, when I got my 4-year degree in social science, I had to study. It was incredible the amount of studying I did. I did what, 4, 5 hours of studying for an exam, and I went in there and aced it. Got an A. I think it was a 98 on that exam. Talked to another girl that was outside. We're out there smoking. That's when I smoked cigarettes. And I said, we were talking. She said, yeah, this was an easy exam for me. I spent about maybe 30 minutes studying it. So you see my point. For me, life is much, much more difficult. My sister was a scholar. She wrote a book. I wrote 2 books. I mean, an amazing, brilliant woman. And I always envied her because everything came so easy to her. I mean, she went to UNC Charlotte, and I think she got a psychology degree, I believe. I'm not sure. I think everybody was getting a psychology degree then. And the crazy thing about it is that I'm I've tried to say this before. If you really look at yourself, a lot of people aren't perfect, and I'm far from it. But having right now, my legs are shaking. I have hyperactivity. So I'm going to drink some decaf coffee and chill out and relax. But, guys, like I said, I can't, I just remember the awful times I had in elementary school. Like in the 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. But I'm going to go ahead and let that go. I'm going to go ahead and put this on there. And just really feel weak and tired. And the doctor couldn't figure it out. She's telling me if I exercise, I'll have more energy. Mm-mm. But if you'd like to subscribe, I'd appreciate it. If you don't, that's okay too, because at least you watched a little bit of this vlog. Also, it wouldn't hurt to like it and make a comment. But I'm trying to claw my way out of here. And I'm going to sleep some more. That's all I've been doing is sleeping. And what I hate is the fact that I have no air conditioning or heat. This portable AC goes to a window that goes out. And I'll hear them down there talking, smoking cigarettes. Thanks for listening to my vlog. I'm not sure if it made any sense. You'll see ADHD in some of my vlogs when I'm starting on a topic and I'm like, what was that? But anyway, guys, like I said, one thing that I do is I love everybody. If you live your life in love and not hate, like they do in Minnesota with ICE, pure hatred, hatred gets you nowhere. Hatred gets you in wars. Yeah. If we all lived in love, and that's what I've said about Jesus Christ, who I'm saying that he was marketed well by the early church. My word, he was marketed. But he was a man that had pure love in his heart. When he reached out and see a harlot, he welcomed her. Why? Because he didn't judge like most people do. They judge. And it is, guys, like I said, when I die, the only thing that I want to have on my urn, because I'm going to be cremated, the only thing I'm going to have on my urn is please love and rid your life of hate, because hatred is a cancer in our society today. It's a cancer. Thanks for listening. I'm just an old, washed up old man that can't wake up. Peace.